This bag has been so nice. Colorways aren't that different. You can call me cynical. Hi, welcome back to the Chaos Corner. I'm Em, this is Em's Crochet Chaos, and today we are testing out one of Michael's new-ish yarns, the Caron Cotton Cupcake yarn. So this is the Caron Cotton Cupcake. This is in the color Pistachio. It is 100 grams or 3.5 ounces, 60% cotton and 40% acrylic. It is a size 4 worsted weight yarn. Shall we will it yarn barf right now? Very nice that it was already sticking out in the center. No issues there. So that was a pleasant surprise. So today my plan is to make those two bandanas right there. It is supposed to be one that is adult size and one that is like pet or child size. So I'm gonna try and see if I can make these bandanas. One ball is supposed to be enough, and make one for me and for Peter. If you'd like to join me, grab a drink, grab a snack, grab a project, and let's get started. So there is a QR code for the pattern on the label. There are two other patterns that show up too when you look at that QR code. There is a crocheted handbag and then knit bandanas of the same kind of fashion. So obviously we're crocheting the bandanas just like on the package. I've got my notions here. I need a 5mm crochet hook. This bag has been so nice since I got it because now everything's just in here and I'm not trying to like search for it all. So maybe I have too much in here. There we go, 5mm. And all I have to do is just like grab the bag and not look for all the pieces. All right, I've got the pattern pulled up on my laptop right next to me, and what's interesting is it's doing a chain 5 for the ring. Like chain 2, chain 4, but chain 5. I don't think I've ever encountered that before. So this yarn feels really soft. That's really nice. I have not used the Caron Cotton Cake previously, though I have heard that some other people say that this is just the exact same yarn. I guess it's just offering different colorways. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the concept that it's literally the exact same yarn, just sold in a smaller size, but for not that much less. So the regular Caron Cotton Cakes, I believe, are $15, just like the majority of the Caron cakes are at Michael's. That's a big hole to start with. I don't know, maybe I'll go back and make that smaller. We'll keep going for right now. And then this one was $10. I'm gonna take a look and see how much yarn difference there is between the two cakes. All right, so I just pulled up Michael's website, and this is 100 grams with how much yardage again? 212 yards. I've got the regular cotton cake pulled up. That is 250 grams or 8.8 ounces and 530 yards. So you're getting more than double for $5 more. I'm just making this $10 really feel expensive. I mean, even the $15 for the Caron cakes, I go back and forth on. Now granted, like I definitely got this on sale and I'm sure I had a voucher or something to make it more affordable, but just from a pricing standpoint. And honestly, I'm gonna throw up a photo. The colorways aren't that different. Like there's this colorway High Tide where basically it feels like it's this, just not quite as deep with the blue and not quite as bright with the green, but pretty darn similar. I mean, yes, they're different colorways, but I don't know, it just doesn't feel like it's enough of a difference to kind of be like, yeah, this is why you're paying for the cupcake versus the regular cake. If it's the exact same yarn, I don't know if that price difference is worth it, unless there's a colorway you're really invested in and you get it on sale. So like, definitely get it on sale. Get into the back bump. Now, I don't know about you. I know a lot of people don't like doing chain 3s for their first double crochet, and we'll do like a standing double crochet. I sometimes do that, but I usually kind of forget to do it and I just auto go into a chain 3. So I definitely, you can see this here, I put that double crochet into that last chain, that third chain up there versus into the chain space. And I do feel like that helps make it stand a little taller and close that gap a little bit when everything's kind of pulled out, and versus like creating more space when you do it into that chain space. So if you feel like your chain 3s are really wide, maybe try that if you haven't, or if you have and you still don't like it, then try the standing double crochet. I certainly have not had issues with it by any means. I just usually forget to do it. What's interesting is they are doing 1 chain space in between the granny stitches, which normally I don't, but I do want to follow this pattern exactly to make sure that we are getting the same bandanas out of it that it claims to. We can get 1 pet, we can get 1 adult human size. As you can see here, I've got my triangle all started. So now it's just repeating the same pattern until it's 9.5 inches for the pet or child size, or 19 inches for the adult size. So I'll check back in when the first one is done. Well, what do we think? For me, I think it's too wide. I honestly feel like I could go back a couple rows and then it would fit me better, but I also recognize I'm a tiny human with a tiny head. So there it is, bandana done. Let's make the small one for Peter now. both finished, let's take a moment to talk about the yarn and also talk about this pattern. So the yarn I think is pretty nice. I like the feel of it. It's soft. The fact that it's cotton acrylic means, especially for like having this around Peter as a bandana, I can wash it. That's not a problem. I'm not super concerned about it. It's not like I spent, you know, money for super fancy yarn. I like the way it's working up both for the smaller size and with the larger one. In total, this was 54 grams of yarn between both of them. So you can almost do that project twice. I certainly would be making this smaller for an adult, and if I was looking to make a bandana for a kid, I would definitely make this bigger. Like, this seems great to put around Peter's neck.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important announcement.
It's been a little bit since I filmed that, and I needed to come back on here and redo what I was gonna say about this yarn. One, I do wanna preface, I am filming this after Hobbii posted in LinkedIn about how they're praising themselves for using AI and not having to have awkward Photoshop to pay a photographer. And they laid off more than half of their headquarters staff, while also it being clear that they're not paying their collaborators. And for me, Hobbii has been written off. I will not be buying their yarn anymore. Yarn that I have that I haven't reviewed, I will not review it. I'm not going to plug them in any sort of way. Anything I've put up before, I'm gonna keep, but from now on, they're off the list for me. So I am coming from that standpoint where I am definitely thinking about how companies are presenting themselves to the consumer, and if they are really trying to reach out to the consumer, reach out to their customers, and provide what we are looking for. And this is an example where I think Yarnspirations, Spin-Rite is trying to pull one over on us. As far as I know, this yarn is the exact same as the cotton cake. The cost difference per gram, per yard is too much for a cute little marketing trick with a cutesy name and a little scalloped border. The projects that they have put down, yes, they are free, but they are nothing revolutionary. The colorways are nothing revolutionary compared to the regular size cotton cakes. So for me, I look at that project, and yes, as an advanced crocheter, I can very easily adjust it. That's not a problem. I can make it bigger for a child size. I can make it smaller to fit my head. That's not an issue, but it's geared for a beginner. That's what that type of pattern is for. And I would find that very frustrating if I was trying to make something for my dog and I couldn't even get it around his neck correctly. Forget about if I was trying to make it for a child. Say I wanted to make it for my niece or nephew. No. I would be so frustrated being like, yeah, they're children, but this isn't for them. This is way too small. Also, even for the adult size, it's pretty big. Like, I know I have a small head, but it is huge. Both of those sizes being so far off, I would get really annoyed if I was a new crocheter coming in and trying this yarn based on what was shown on the package, based on what I thought was going to be a cute little fun project. So I'm done with this. I don't want to spend my dollar where we're just trying to get tricked by companies. If I want to buy the cotton yarn, I'm going to buy the Caron cotton yarn and save my money and not have to pay an extra tax on price just because it's a slightly different colorway. You can call me cynical. You can say I'm being too harsh. This is just where I am right now. I'm being really conscious of where I want to spend my money and how I want to spend my money. The economy is hard. Companies try and take advantage of us day in and day out. I'm not writing off Caron, Yarnspirations, Spin-Rite at all. This is just not the yarn for me to buy. Anyway, I hope you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.